Have you ever felt stuck? Stuck in a job, stuck in a relationship, stuck in your finances, stuck in your health? You are watching others move forward while you feel like you are frozen in time, like you've been on the same spot for years, waiting for that big breakthrough, but which is yet to come. Or you've been waiting for the economy to improve, or you've been waiting for someone to discover your talent, or you've been waiting for that promotion that will take your life forward, or you have been waiting for your health to improve and you've waited for years. And it seems like, in spite of the waiting, nothing has shifted. I've got news for you. You are not the first person to feel that way. Over 2,000 years ago, there was a man lying by a pool in Jerusalem called Bethsaida. This man was waiting, and gradually the wait moved from one day to 1 week, from 1 week to 1 month, from 1 year to 10 years, up to the 38 years. And that's how this man waited. He waited until there was a conversation that he had, and that conversation led to the drastic change in his life. 38 years is not 38 days. 38 years is not 38 months. That's longer than some people have actually lived. Welcome to today's edition of Taking the Lead. My name is Chris Obebo, and the topic is Get Up. Why waiting might be killing your destiny. Get up. Why waiting might be killing your destiny. So this man was waiting, and he waited for 38 years by the pool of Bethsaida. Now, the pool of Bethsaida had a reputation for healing, because from time to time an angel would go down and stir the water, and whoever entered the water first after the stirring by the angel will be healed. The challenge with this man was that the man was crippled. So for 38 years, every time he made an attempt to jump into the water, after it had been stirred, he would just be watching, and someone else will enter into the water, and the person will get healed. And this continued. The man remained on the same spot. So when Jesus approached him, he didn't ask him the normal question. He didn't ask him, "Oh, how long have you been here?" He didn't even ask him, "What's wrong with you?" He asked him a very simple and direct question. And what was the question? Do you want to be made well? Now you're going to ask yourself, why will you ask the man that question? Looking at this man, you will know that this man, like any other person in that place, actually want to be made well. But Jesus still asked that question. And you would have expected the man to reply yes, but the man began with excuses. "Oh, I have no one to help me into the pool. Someone always gets ahead of me." Now, Jesus did not bother asking him about all the other issues. He just gave him a direct instruction. "Rise up, take your bed, and walk." And instantly, the man that had been there for 38 years, the man was healed. Now, from this story, from this encounter between the man and Jesus, I would like you to take note of the following things. Take them as God's message for you. The first one is that the starting point of any transformation is desire. Is what? Desire. Jesus knew that the man's healing began not with the water, but with the man's will. Many people say they want change. Many people even appear as if they want change, but deep down, they are still comfortable with their struggle. They may not accept that fact, but the reality is that the way they've carried themselves and the things they've done suggest that they are comfortable with their trouble. The second thing I need you to note is that stop waiting for the perfect condition. This man was waiting for when the water will be stirred and when someone will help him into the water. And that's just like somebody waiting for the economy to become better before he or she starts a business, or someone waiting to have enough time before he or she pursues his or her career. There's no time like that. The next thing I also need you to know is that excuses keeps you on the mat. Excuses keeps you on the mat. The man's response to Jesus were the reasons why he has not been healed. But Jesus did not address the excuses the man gave. Rather, he gave him an instruction. You may give excuses and you may consider those excuses to be tenable. But in this case, Jesus did not even address the man's excuses. He only gave him an instruction. And the truth is that you can't move forward while holding on to what you can't. There are things that are within your purview, there are things that are outside your purview. So you can't move forward while holding on to the things you can. Do the ones you can, and the ones you can't, set them aside. Excuses are actually comfortable prisons. They are prisons you find yourself in, and you are justifying the reasons why you are there. So, excuses are what? Comfortable prison. Get yourself out from there. The fourth thing I need you to note from that story is that obedience unlocks miracle, because your breakthrough is often tied to simple act of obedience. For you now, you could be making that call again. Yes, you've made the call, you've not gotten a positive response, but try again, make that call. For you, it may be sending that mail again. You send the mail, no response, send again. For you, it may be to go and get that form again. You've gotten the form before, you are not selected, you failed the exam, reapply again. Do it again. And then you may not ask, what if I did and nothing happened? And I'm asking you again, what if you did and something happened? It's better that you tried and no result yet than you never tried at all. And listen to me, when Jesus told the man, get up and walk, it's beyond getting the man to walk. What he was looking for was beyond healing for that man. What he was looking for was wholeness. It's about the man's life aligning with God's will. Because when the man gets up to work now, his life will begin to take shape. Not married before, he will get married. He will start a family. The man that used to be a burden before will now be a burden bearer for someone else. You can see the ripple effect of the man getting up to work, not only on the man, not only on the society, but also on the world at large. So get up and walk is beyond healing, is actually to achieve wholeness. And that's what God wants to do for you. So it's beyond fixing your crisis alone. Much more than that, He wants to transform your entire life. So perhaps you are an aspiring entrepreneur and you are waiting for fund and you have been waiting for a while instead of starting small. Or you are a graduate and you are blaming the job market instead of acquiring new skills or starting a business by the side. Or you are a leader and you are waiting for everyone to agree with your proposal before you take a decision. I can tell you, you're going to wait a much more longer period of time. Or you are a nation, you are waiting for the right political climate to make that move. You are going to wait for a longer period of time. And there are many people today who are still by the pool of life. They are waiting for a spectacular occurrence before they make that move while ignoring simple instructions to act. This man was waiting for spectacular, oh, the angel will come, he will stir the water, and somebody will dip me. But Jesus Christ came and brought in a paradigm shift that you don't always have to wait for the spectacular. The spectacular even happen in following simple instructions, simple obedience to instruction. So maybe you are waiting for a job now, and then you are waiting for a dream job to come, whereas you are ignoring instruction to update your skills, to network and reapply. Or perhaps you are trusting to get married, you are waiting for that divine connection from nowhere that will just connect you and the spouse, but you are refusing to develop in character, in what? In emotional maturity. Learn to discern the voice of God and not just the signs. Be open to even unconventional methods by which God leads men. This message is clear. Stop waiting for the water to be stirred. You get up and walk. So you may ask now, where do I go from here? That's simple. The first thing is identify one area of your life where you have been lying on the mat and you have laid there consistently, making excuses. Write that particular area down. The next thing is ask yourself question and very sincere question. In this area identified, do I really want to be made whole? Be very sincere with yourself, because your answer to that would now determine the next line of action. So, if you have answered in the affirmative, then take one bold, concrete, and decisive step in that particular area. It could be for you that you want to pivot in your career to go and acquire skills, to go and shadow someone, to go and learn, to go and pick a form, to go and start a meeting. But one decisive step that will move you forward, that will move you forward from where you are to a better place. Pick up your mat and walk. Your future will be unlocked not by waiting, but it will be unlocked by you rising. Your future will be unlocked not by you waiting, but by you rising. I know you've heard me, but it's important that you rise up and move in the direction of what you have heard. I trust you are blessed. I trust you will do the needful. And I see you not only getting up, walking or soaring higher. Thank you for your time.